Hello, valued viewers. Okay, so the big question, Tesla FSD, buy it or rent it? That's the question. So the first thing we do is we go into our vehicle, we go to upgrades. Now, you see here, subscription. That's because this is a lease vehicle. And so, at the time of this video, there's no way to transfer FSD from one vehicle to the next, so it travels with the vehicle. And so a lease, you give back. And so, there's no option to purchase it. And I imagine in a owned Tesla, it would be an option. So anyway, that's it. You just swipe to subscribe. 1 minute later, you can unsubscribe, and you'll have 30 days of FSD. Pretty cool. All right, so what is FSD today? $8,000. So the subscription for FSD is $100 a month. 99, let's just call it 100. So 80 months to pay off, to equal purchasing FSD. So 80 months of subscription just to equal FSD. 80 months is nearly 7 years. All right. Now, if you're going to own your Tesla for 30 years, it's probably worth it. If you lease it, it's not even an option at this time, and I don't imagine it ever will be an option. And then the subscription is $100 a month, no commitment. So you're gonna do a road trip for 3 weeks. You can rent FSD just for that month, and then let it go for the next 10 months. And then sign up again, and so you can start it and drop it at any time. So the value proposition at this time, as of this video, is definitely renting FSD, even if you buy the Tesla. Now, if you buy it with FSD, you're golden, you're covered, good for you, and enjoy it, because it's going to be continually updated. And so when you rent FSD, you're also getting the latest version of FSD. And so let's do that, because I am intrigued. So we'll go again to upgrades, and we're going to go ahead and subscribe. Purchase successful after a reboot while in park. All right. Your car will upgrade after a reboot while in park. Let's do that. Okay, we're in park. So it's rebooting itself. And so I was anticipating hitting the buttons, but we're good to go. No upgrades. So we've done it. We're on FSD, so let's go there to autopilot. Full self-driving supervise. We're going to do double pull, whatever that says. Well, yes. Maximum speed offset, we're going to recommend it as 40%. I don't know exactly what that means, so I'm going to pause, and we're both going to read what it says. Alright, so the speed limit is 10. The most this thing will go is 14. And the speed limit is 40. The most this will go is 56. Which, maximum speed offset, 40%. It's kind of crazy that it goes all the way to 50. Let's do 30. We're going to just play with standard for now. So confirm that. And then we're going to keep smart summon on. Expanded full self-driving visualization. Sure, why not? Speed limit warning, no one cares. And forward collision, late, medium. You know, an FSD, we'll do medium. Lane departure avoidance. I think that was really annoying. I think that's why I have it off. And then start FSD supervised from park. I'm not ready for that. I had FSD for 3 months when I first leased the vehicle. You know, it's included with the lease. But that was, I think, at least 2 versions of FSD ago. And I don't know. It was okay on the highway. But I'm going to live with it. I'm going to live with it for 30 days. All right, let's go. We'll be right back. All right, we've set our destination, and I guess we'll just talk through it a little bit because I'm going to wait for traffic, pseudo traffic, to pass by. So we've got our route and everything. So I did not do from park. All right, so let me see. All right, this is standard. Scroll up or down to adjust max speed, to left or right to adjust the driving profile. So left or right will get you from chill to standard to hurry and back. And what are we doing? 30% over, right? So that's, what's 30%? 13 miles an hour? Seems like a bit over. But I am going to... Okay, it's pretty smooth.
1 mile, turn right onto Vanderbilt Beach Road.
Alright, it's pretty smooth. Just a hair lurchy. Just enough to notice. But 95% smooth. And what are you doing? Get out of my lane. You can set the rainbow thing. I wonder if it picks it up that it's a officer, sheriff. It doesn't really say. No P symbol or something like that. What's interesting is that, let me see what happens. Okay, all I'm doing is changing the top speed. So 52 is max. But I didn't change the following distance. You can change, with the right scroll wheel up and down, you can change the following distance when using traffic aware cruise control. Okay. So it's weaving, just slightly weaving. And I wonder if having this gigantic diesel, probably an F-250 in front of us, is a factor.
Now turn right onto Vanderbilt Beach Road.
Alright, let me see if it's going to curb the wheel. It's not. Fantastic. Now, so far this mirrors my FSD experience from about 1.5 years ago. It very quickly gets in the middle lane. Let's see if it goes... Okay, it's going to stay here. And let me see, did I... Okay, so it's still holding the 52 max that I set. And that doesn't say, it just says Lariat. So we went with the full visualization, which is kind of neat. And so the navigation is in the upper right there. You can see it's 91 degrees here in redacted right now, today. And we're going to have a late lunch here at cheesesteaks.com, which is a physical location. Alright, it keeps... This is the one thing I hated about the original FSD that I worked with, is that it would it kept favoring the left side of the lane. I like to favor the right side, and there's no way to create an offset to personalize FSD, which is unfortunate. It would be nice. Now, I'm one, using it, two, paid for it because I've seen how the most recent FSD has been handling complex situations, so I figured it was worth renting it for 1 month just to see. And it's nice. I like it. So I'm already 7 over, so we got a real speeder coming up on the left side. And let's see how it handles. Alright, no big deal. Now, oddly enough, here in Redacted, most people that drive like that still use their blinker. So for him not to use his blinker is unique. But yeah, I want to move it over 6 inches that way to the right, and it won't do it. Alright, I'm actually going to drop this 1 mile per hour. There we go. So right now, standard is driving. It's driving 85% of the way I would drive. That's fine for software control. I'm fine with that. And let me put in the beginning there, 2024 Model Y Performance, which has the hardware
turn
for.
left onto Livingston Road South.
It has the hardware for cameras and computers and everything. Okay, so when? Quarter mile or half a mile? 1 mile. It must have been 1 mile. And it's very assertive on the lane change. I'm a little smoother, but. Alright, so Speeduardo Chevrolet here. He's stuck behind this guy. I did up it by 1 mile per hour just to keep him stuck there because he didn't use his blinker for the drivers around him, meaning me. And as far as that crap, turn that off. Off. Why is it dry wiping? Oh, I have a particular hatred for traffic-aware cruise control and automatic wipers because they
turn left onto Livingston Road South.
They dry wipe. And the traffic-aware thing, I'm going around. I'm not slowing down to then go around. I just go around. So I don't need to be slowing down, messing up my cruise. Yeah. I'm that kind of guy. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Our arrival is still 21 minutes away. According to this. No, 19. Great math there. Okay. So we're 19 minutes away, and we cannot use the gray route because we're making the turn right now. But we can use this route.
Now turn left onto Livingston Road South.
So let's go this way. There's a lot of street lights on this gray one. Not so many on the blue one. What else can we do? Anyway, it's nice that we can modify the top speed. You hear people here on YouTube, they talk about standard and how it changes It's fluid in its max speed. I am not going to be trying it on the highway today. Or can I? I mean, I can. Do I want to bother? I think I will. I think I will bother. We'll do it later. Okay, I have moved the microphone to the seatbelt, which is, you gotta be careful because you whip off that seatbelt and the microphone goes with it. So just watch for that kind of thing when you're doing your creating. Okay, it's paying attention. Let me see if it curbs the wheel here.
Now
It does
turn
not.
left onto Livingston Road South.
And it stays in the lane. Okay, if I swipe left, right, I change the profile. Chill, standard, hurry, and vice versa. And it's staying in the middle lane. Let me see. Okay, so you can manually move using the blinker, the turn signal. And it stays where you take it. Okay, cool. Behind us we have a Model S. You still can't see it. Look at that. It takes the open lane, which is kind of neat. There's that Model S. I don't think we're going to catch it. And then it just moves on. Very cool. Okay, it's driving like a normal person. And let's take it up to 53. We'll wait for the speeder to go by, because he was asleep at the green light and now he wants to go real fast all of a sudden. So we will get into, come on, yes, all right, excellent. What else do we want to do? What I noticed with the first FSDs that I tried, and then this one, is that Elon says it's programmed based on, all the miles driven. Well, most of you are crap drivers, so that's why I stayed away from it for so long, for this year and a half, instead of continuing on. And it would just do stupid crap. Most of it was staying in the left lane, and just, I didn't like it. Didn't like it. It's a lot better now. And I usually drive this close, so I'm okay with this. But for most people, this is tailgating. And with... it didn't like that this guy was slowing us down. I am liking this FSD. I'm liking it. And I am no longer behind this clown. So let me see if I can just manually... Yes. I was about to take over. And I sort of took over because I hit the blinker. I hit the turn signal for the right. And it got here into the right lane. Okay. So, neat. Alright. I don't know why streetlights are... That's blue. Blue rectangles. Like a pastel blue. And then like a pink, red, pastel color for the street light. Now, the street lights, as you can see, are horizontal, but here they're simply recognized as street lights and then go with the default vertical, apparently. But it is picking up the car way down there. So that is probably 3/4 of a mile when it disappeared. Interesting. Okay, another interesting thing is we have weather coming up. And I'm curious to see if we get some, if it's going to give me performance degraded type of messages. Yeah, which is perfectly reasonable, I think, for a camera-based system. And come on, snow is gonna mess up LiDAR as well. I imagine rain would be the same. So neat. Now, based on YouTube videos again, it's looking left and right as well. It's looking in the back, and of course it's looking forward. And it's nice. It's, assertive, even in standard mode, to my top speed that I've set. And again, damn thing favoring the left part of the lane. I wish you could just fine tune it I wish you could personalize FSD, basically. That'd be nice. Okay. Alright, so we're getting some rain now. And I have treated the windshield with Griot's glass sealant. I did it the first week I got the vehicle because glass sealant to me is worth everything. Because you can run on the highway without the stupid wipers going, and the rain just sheets off. It works better than wipers. And we have some nice rain coming up. Alright, here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Alright, we're about 8th mile now, and we should be entering now. Alright. Okay, so FSD is still FSDing. And maybe I should turn the wipers on before it suddenly veers. I'm going to leave it alone. Why? Engineer. It's the engineer in me. We're going to leave it alone. Got a nice hard rain going here in FSD, located here in redacted Southwest Florida. And, well, you see how well the glass sealant works. So, apparently FSD likes it too. FSD is happy with glass sealant. And I had some service done. I shouldn't say that. I had some repairs done on a front right. I replaced one of the Uber turbines because I ran into some kind of weird pothole at the racetrack. And they upgraded something behind the mirror there. Some kind of service bulletin that they went ahead and did. Their expense, all that kind of stuff. But FSD in the rain handled it like a champ. It handled the car passing during the heavy rain. Handled the curb. No wipers, but don't do what I do, okay? Use your wipers. Me, I like glass sealant. As you can see, it works just fine. And FSD was happy with the view it was getting from the glass sealant. Effect of clearing off the glass. So, but don't do that. I'm going to go ahead and clear off the windshield. Because the way glass sealant works is you need airflow. So you can either be in a 30-mile-an-hour wind and have the rain sheeting off, or you can be moving at 30 miles an hour to get that wind and have it sheet off. And FSD is not happy with these two characters, and I like it, man. I like FSD. It's driving like me. I like it. I like it. This guy was moving, then the guy started moving, so I can either take over and go around. Mr. Gray here is driving scared because you can see it from his wipers. Just they're shooting across his windshield. And let's go ahead and manually push it back into the right lane. And let me see if it closes this distance the way it did with this person. And okay, so it's driving. Maybe it's just holding the speed or something. I don't know. But I like it. I like it. It's worth renting it because you can stop at any time. You don't have to sign up for a year kind of thing. But if they sold it, it's $99 a month. If they sold it for $80, like $960 for the year, $80 a month, I would pay the $960. That's where I'm at right now with this particular piece of software. And I don't know what it was thinking. Was it thinking that it was going to get in front of this guy? And if it did, it wouldn't bother me at all. I gotta admit. I have to admit. Okay, so now I just realized you're going to get a bonus view here.
Turn right onto Radio Road.
You're going to get a bonus view. This opened in late May of 25. Right now it is August 31, 2025. And what am I talking about? Just past this building, the Tesla Service Center. Tesla Service and Delivery Center. And there she is. Let me give you another view. There she is right there. Tesla. Ooh, bunch of Cybertrucks. That's weird. So there is a Tesla showroom and test drive center, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's at the set of lights at the end, and then a right, and maybe 5 miles up at something called Waterside Shops. It's an outdoor mall. That's where the Apple Store is, so that's the place to be.
1,000 feet, turn left onto Airport Pulling Road South.
Okay. Now there's 3 left turn lanes here, so let's see which one it chooses.
Now turn left onto Airport Pulling Road South.
Now the middle lane here in Redacted is usually the best lane for traveling, but not the best lane for turning, because you get this goofy sandwich going on with the guys on the right and the left. The ones on the left have to avoid this freaking concrete divider, and the ones on the right, they just kind of like to hug the center for some stupid reason. But I think we did okay. Alright, let's see. Okay, so FSD is handling I gotta be extra vigilant here because there's a bunch of cars around. But it's handling the spray from the vehicle in front very nicely. I guess we have enough contrast with the white lines, the dotted lines, dash lines. And so where are we going? We're gonna make a left at the end of this particular road. Alright, this truck here, I don't know why he's going so fast. I mean, this dude is practically gonna sandwich this Jeep. Alright, hopefully that Jeep will stay there and hold the guy up. Okay, so you see how the water has to coagulate. That's the wrong word. Only blood coagulates as far as I know, but the drops come together and then airflow pulls them off the windshield. So that's kind of fun. I would leave a little more room with the car in front of me. I would leave another, it's so close. I would leave like only a foot, but I would leave more, but only a foot more. So, okay. All right, let's check it out. I just know that some of you are going bananas with me not using the wipers. I know it. I get it. You need about, the heavier it rains, the less speed you need for the water to come off the windshield. But the lighter it rains, the more speed you need. So where are we going? We are going to turn, okay, I know where we're going. So we're going down to Tamiami Trail. It's going to be, there's a light way down there.
1,000 feet, turn left onto Tamiami Trail East.
Yes, it's a long light. I knew it would be. That's okay. Most of the lights here in Redacted take about half as long. So there's really only in this 1, 2, 3, 4 and turn lane, so maybe eight forms of intersection. All right, does it follow the line? Come on, baby. Yes, and it does not curb the wheel. Thank you. I already curbed my wheel. Well, I busted that one. I bent it. It's really nice. Picture-worthy dent there in the rim. And then I curbed the one in the back about a week ago, turning in the supermarket parking lot. That sucks. You know how much these Uber turbines cost? Well, at the Tesla place, $1,020 for one. But they look choice. I'll tell you, they look great. They look great. But that one, I felt that one. I did. The cashback was kind of, a little bit of a antiseptic, I guess. All right, so there's going to be a light somewhere. See? I can't see past this stupid thing. Why is he traveling in the left lane? We're traveling here to make a left turn, and I think it's going to be the next light. So yeah, it's using the next light. And this light is the same complex, I guess, if you want to call it that. Finally.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
Now this jerk is doing 2 under, 3, 4. Not even using his blinker. Now, is he going slow enough for traffic to catch up? He's almost going slow enough for traffic to catch up. What are you doing? I'm taking over. I don't want to sit at the light.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Okay, so FSD, worth it. It's worth at least renting it. It's worth it. And if they come out with a yearly subscription, I would buy it. I'd pay for it. All right. So I took over for no reason other than to avoid sitting at the light again. It didn't really concern me.
Now your destination is on the right.
If FSD would hesitate and get stuck there, that was not a concern of mine. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm going to be one of those guys who parks in reverse because it's easier. Why am I not? I didn't have a reverse thing, did I? That's weird. Where did I mess up? I think I reversed too soon. All right. We're going to have lunch, and I'll see you guys in a second in video time. All right, we're back. And we're going to, let's do it from park. What did we do? From park. Once the brake pedal is pressed and released. So I don't even have to, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. In this car, I still have the stalks for the drivetrain. A button will appear on the map. All right, let's try it. Where'd it go? Here it is. All right, yes. Okay, so we've set our destination. So we're going to press and hold. Tap brake to confirm. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. I looked both ways, but I should have done it before that. So it wants to go left.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Tamiami Trail East.
A little goofy here with this lane. I think it's confused. Let's see. All right, one nice thing is it's going casual here through the parking lot. Casual is good. When you got vehicles moving in all directions, casual
now turn right onto Tamiami Trail East.
Is good. So we have a bicycle coming from the left. You'll see it here momentarily. And I'm imagining that the pillar camera is the one that sees that kind of thing. Probably in conjunction with the mirror camera. So keep an eye on this guy that he stays moving straight. All good. And we're doing 40 what? What are we doing? It looks like it's going to stay. No, the light kind of messed it up, but it looks like it was going to stay at around 45. So I would stop right here, but this thing keeps going. So I would move it a foot back. Okay, so it looks like when it stopped, it just pulls out for a bird's eye view. Interesting. And I am taking this long piece is I-75. So we're going to take the highway and see what it's like. So Model S over there, I like them. I like those Model S's. Especially in the low mode like that. I test drove one recently and yeah, it's nice. Yeah, the light took so long. Maybe you didn't see him, but the bicyclist caught up. Okay, it looks like it's going to take Airport Pulling Road here in Redacted. And that is at the second light up there, or it will be.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Airport Pulling Road South.
And okay, this version of FSD is pretty legit.
Now turn right onto Airport Pulling Road South.
And according to the Musk, the next version is like a 10-fold improvement, I think is what he said, which is gonna be, if it's this good now, if it's 85, let's be a little pessimistic, if this is 85% of a normal human driver, what's the next version gonna be? 110% of a normal human driver? Maybe. I think one thing that'll improve FSD considerably, and I see this a lot on the highway, is when major interchanges come into play and you've got a whole group of people being held up by, between 1 and 3 drivers, so you end up having this pack of people over here merging into where you are. Really, the only way to escape that is to just get on it and get ahead of the merge. And this way you leave that mass of humanity behind you instead of getting trapped within it when the merge comes together. And most, well, from what I've seen of these, blue crews and stuff like that, it's not going to make note of that upcoming situation. Because being ahead of the pack or being behind the pack is much safer than being in the pack. And on the highway, it's easier to just stay ahead of it. Because when you're ahead of it, the real speeders, they're going to catch up to you, but then they're going to go and move on down the highway. So you're never in the pack. So it's ideal. And I think the improvement to FSD will be
turn right onto Radio Road.
To have it pay attention to traffic density and traffic patterns. Because right now it'll reroute based on traffic density, but it won't.
Now turn right onto Radio Road.
It won't drive based on traffic density. And look, it did that. I don't like that. It did that stupid crap where they pull out and then they turn. You don't do that. You go just like a foot further and then turn. Don't ever pull out into the adjoining lane. Don't do that. But again, FSD learns from the mass of humanity out there who do stupid crap like that. And they think it's intelligent because they see commercial drivers do it. But that's a maneuver of last resort for a commercial driver, because he's going to do the intelligent thing. That driver is going to move forward like a lot and then turn for just to avoid getting into the adjoining lane. Okay. Again, when I first had my exposure to FSD, I let it drive.
1,000 feet, turn left onto Livingston Road.
And I didn't really, I wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't really trust it. Now, my trust level is definitely increased. It's a very...
Now turn left onto Livingston Road.
And this is just me using it for, basically the length of this video. Is the first time I've used FSD in a year and a half. Let's call it a year, because I had 3 months to play with it. But I like standard, and I think we have enough leeway before the highway to try hurry.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Golden Gate Parkway.
So we moved the control ball to the right to shift into hurry. Let me see what happens if I do it to the right. Okay, if I do it to the right, it's just going to stay there. So to switch modes, you have to go left and right. You just can't go right and turn the corner and come back around. So you have to go left and right to switch. And so another thing I would avoid here is I would either give this guy more room or get past him. before that guy made that turn. But here in Redacted, it's a bunch of, we're all, asswipe northeastern drivers. So it's not like Miami where you just want to unmentionable somebody for their idiotic driving. All right, so we're gonna take. All right, I thought it was Pine Ridge, but
Now
obviously,
turn right onto Golden Gate Parkway.
obviously it's Golden Gate Parkway. Now, I would have been smoother. I would have, instead of hitting the brakes, I would have just casually rolled into here and let off the throttle to turn in. But most people, they hit the brakes and they turn into the lanes, and I don't do that. I keep it smooth. So that's what I would call a little lurchy. But that fits into the 15% that I'm talking about. That's missing, and I think that particular aspect of being smooth, that is something that would have to be part of an ability to customize FSD to your own preferences. Like I would inch it over again, 6 inches over to the right within the lane, but that's just me.
In 1,000 feet, take the Interstate 75 North ramp on the right toward Tampa.
And then this is not yet the exit. The exit is on the other side of the bridge here. Exit? The on-ramp. The on-ramp is on the other side of the bridge here.
Now take the Interstate 75 North ramp on the right.
Now this is Hurry. I would have thought that Hurry would get into that lane, hit the throttle, and get in front of this guy. That's Hurry for me. That's just me. All right, so we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it in Hurry, because I'm curious to see if it'll favor the passing lane. Okay, there's no Miami hesitation. It gets going. Fantastic. Feeling regen. Now some brake. Alright. Don't touch that guardrail. Okay. This is kind of slow. But it would be proper if you had like groceries or something similar in the back. And now it's speeding up. So this is good. To merge onto the highway. See, there's another entrance there. So if there were a pack of cars, it wouldn't account for that I've seen in the past, even on YouTube videos. I'm gonna move the microphone up and get you closer. Alright, so now we're doing, I don't see the max speed. It was telling you the max speed in standard. It was showing it. Alright, so there's a car in the middle lane there. And there was no way to... So what's it doing? Why is it doing this? Is it going to keep going? Well, first of all, it's doing 84 miles an hour, and I'm not passing anybody. So these guys are nutcases. Now, 84, yeah, I'm fine going 84, but it destroys efficiency. It just ruins the watt-hour per mile. 74 seems to be the max speed for that sort of. So it's going to favor the left lane. Man, I don't like being that driver. I don't like that. And so this is Hurry. Okay, so now we know. Do we like it? Do we not like it? Right? This is Hurry. And me for road trips, 74 miles an hour is like 74 keeps me at around 295 watt hour per mile. 76, just 2 miles an hour, raises it to 320. It's a 30 watt hour increase for just 2 miles an hour. That is the power of drag. So drag is velocity squared. So it's always going to be an exponential impact on the drag amount. All right, let's see if we can. I don't want to cut this guy off, but he is not speeding up either. All right, so I have to tell it to get in the middle. Well, to get out of the left lane. Okay, so 85, now we see a max. It was probably there, I was watching the road, so I don't know how long it's been there, but now we see it. And that's, you saw that. I'm 83 and I barely passed that guy back there. And that's kind of typical for this day and age, I guess is the word. But look at that, 360 watt hour per mile. That's atrocious. You'll be hitting the supercharger every 20 minutes. Just kidding. What's the highest I've seen? 865 is the highest I've seen, and that was at the track day, which was fun. I took a picture. I'll show you right here. All right, so now why did we change? Why did we change from 83? Why did we change? Put it that way. Why did we change? I don't know. Let's get in the right lane. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift it down to standard. Let's see what happens. Okay, slow it down.
In 1 mile, take exit 111 on the right onto Immokalee Road.
How is it changing? What's 40% of 70? Okay, now 40% of 70 is actually 28. But what is it really? And I did 30, so 21. So this thing is not going to go 91 miles an hour. As far as I know, 85 is the max. All right, okay, so I am able to use the wheel to drop the max speed, and let's see if it holds it. Let's see if it doesn't decide on its own to change it. So far so good.
Now take exit 111 on the right. In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Immokalee Road.
Okay, we'll have to use hurry more in surface streets just to see the difference.
Now turn right onto Immokalee Road.
I think if I'm gonna let the car drive, I think standard it's fine for me. For me, it's fine. Hurry is kind of nervous.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Tarpon Bay Boulevard.
And that tells me when you people are doing 80 plus miles an hour,
turn right onto Tarpon
when you're
Bay Boulevard.
In a hurry, quote unquote, you're too tight. You're death gripping the steering wheel. That's what it tells me. Okay, so FSD
turn right onto Brentwood Boulevard.
Would always give me, the heebie-jeebies with curbing the wheel. So this is working out nicely. Okay, now the supercharger is here behind this recycle thing, this green thing, and then there's the cabinet for the superchargers, and then
now your destination is on the left.
This chucklehead, what is he doing? I'm waiting to see if it's gonna park for the supercharger, and so far it is. It is doing it. It's parking for the supercharger, not touching nothing. Nothing. Here's my foot, both feet. And it's a little close to the right there. It doesn't beep either. Cool. All right. We're at the supercharger. This is where all the cool kids hang out. So, hold on a second. Let's go ahead and open the butthole. All right. Let's do it. Let's see what kind of speeds we get. 300 miles an hour. Why is it topping out there? We did precondition. I mean, we should at least get 100 kilowatt. All right, so there's 102 kilowatts. And as you see, my charge limit is 70 because it's so freaking hot down here in Florida in the garage. And the garage gets up into the low to mid 90s. And heat is a degrader of batteries. So I used to hold it at 80%. And I decided to take it down to 70 sitting in the garage. Okay, 121 kilowatts. That is acceptable for this charge level, 48%. I'm okay with that. So cool. We're going to take it to... I'm going to watch some YouTube. Why not? Because I still have a level 1, which is the same thing as a level nothing charger at home. I have the Tesla, just the, the 15 amp wall charger. And so, translation is that it takes forever. And it probably uses as much energy as it does inputting energy into the car. And basically the level 1 charger is not even remotely as efficient as the level 2 wall box that runs on a 50 or 60 amp. So, thanks for watching, and I will talk to all of you guys later.